All right, welcome back, trader, to another video. I know that you enjoyed the previous video that we did on the breakdowns, so here I am back at it again. So make sure you stick around to the end of this video because I'm going to share with you the exact breakdown on this GBP CAD trade we took, which profited us over 100 pips in our favor. So with that being said, if you're new to the family, welcome. We do Forex trading live every single day, twice a day. Make sure you're subscribed below. Make sure you have that post notifications turned on. And with that being said, let's get started with this video. All right, guys. So what did I see overall? So the higher time frames are significant in terms of finding certain areas. I knew that we were rejecting these highs up here. Okay, so this was an area that I noticed that was really important to me, that we saw a beautiful rejection. But not only did we reject these highs here on the daily time frame, I then narrowed this down to the 4-hour time frame, and I noticed that structure had broken these lows. And what am I talking about? We're going to zoom in here and we're going to look and see what happens. So I'm going to actually replay this before it even happened so you guys could see how everything panned out before I was planning it out. So I actually did share this with my VIP students. We're able to profit on that. And if you want to become a VIP member, guys, the link is in the video description below. So one of the things that I focused on was then I narrowed it down to the smaller time frames like the 4-hour. And then I noticed that we saw price creating these higher highs and higher lows, and we saw a clean break of structure. So this right there on its own was, to me, an indicator that, you know what, the overall bullish sentiment is starting to die off. We were creating these higher highs, higher lows. We rejected this major area of resistance over here. So there was a higher probability that price was going to reject it, especially knowing that this was a daily area of structure. Knew that most likely we were going to see a rejection, right? The problem is that when it comes to these areas, team, you need to understand that sometimes price will range at these areas, right? So it doesn't necessarily mean that just because it came to a daily resistance or a daily support, it's going to hold or respect that certain area, right? So keep in mind that there's a lot more variables to it, but I want you guys to be successful and avoid the mistakes I've gone through myself. So here it is. We saw this beautiful rejection. And then at this point, like I always say, I like beautiful break of the lows here. We waited for I just delete this here so you guys could see a little bit more clear. I really like looking at the 1-hour time frame specifically because I do believe that the 1-hour can give us that extra confirmation that we're looking for. So let me just erase this here. And so what I was anticipating, you can see my overall analysis was for price to come up to this area, reject this beautiful 4-hour resistance, and anticipate a potential rejection to these lows. Where was I targeting? I was definitely targeting these lows over here, and I'm going to show you in a second why this exact area. Now give it a thumbs up, guys, if you guys are understanding this explanation so far. And also feel free to ask questions if you guys are a little bit confused or if you have any concerns or questions about how this setup, how I was able to find this setup overall. But yeah, so let's kind of play this out. And if we go down to the 30-minute time frame, this is where we start looking for potential entries. We knew that this was a strong area of structure over here of resistance that we had broken, and now we were retesting. So if we actually play this out just to see what ended up happening, I'll tell you exactly where I entered here. You can see literally price was going to retest these highs, and at this point right here is where I put my entry here, set my stop loss, 30 pip stop loss above the resistance area. If you notice this here on the left hand side, we see that this was an area of structure, multiple areas of support, resistance, right? And so on. So I believe if we look over here, it was at 115 pips in our favor, exactly as expected, guys. So beautiful, beautiful pan out here for price. And if you look at over here, guys, it just looks super, super clean. And this is how you're able to find these opportunities, guys. So keep in mind, this isn't always going to be pure textbook, but once you understand these certain key levels, they're important, but also just understanding market structure as a whole, right? Did you see how the EMA didn't really matter at that point? Didn't matter if the EMA was holding it as resistance or support. At that point, it was holding it as support. So most people are looking for buys, right? So that's why you have to understand that even if it's a key level, like let's say even this area over here, this is a key 4-hour area, that doesn't necessarily mean it's always going to reject that area. We have to understand the overall sentiment. What just happened? Okay, we were bullish. Okay, we were trending to the upside. Okay, this makes sense that we might actually continue to go down lower because now price is telling us the direction it wants to go, right? Either way, guys, I've got many other trade opportunities like this that I've caught on my live streams, but also with my VIP students, guys. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, guys. I appreciate all the love and all the support we've received. We just reached 6,000 subscribers, guys, which is amazing. So I appreciate each and every one of you guys. And if you enjoyed this video, share it and also leave a comment on there, guys, letting me know that you enjoyed the video. With that being said, guys, I'll see you guys on the next one. God bless.